Renaissance. You know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you ever lost? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man. I can do it
Is
all, I
this
will never
real
fall
life
off
right
the
now?
Renaissance. You know that I got the
I,
mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs.
Aaron
Have you ever
Rodgers
lost? I'm so
came to
versatile,
the
yeah,
New
I'm a
York Jets to
Renaissance
do
man.
one thing and one thing only: just win. Let's talk about it.
I can do it all, I will never fall off the Renaissance. You know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you ever lost? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man. I can do it all, I will never fall off the Renaissance. You know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you ever lost? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man.
Congratulations, brother. Hey.
And here we. Okay, so breaking news. Aaron Rodgers, New York Jets quarterback, has just recently restructured his contract. His contract to play quarterback for the New York Jets. Now, some of you might know, might not know, but first and foremost, let me explain to you guys. When we traded for Aaron Rodgers, we acquired from the Green Bay Packers his current contract, a contract that stood with about $110 million guaranteed remaining, with about 2 years left on it. And we absorbed that, took it all on. And we've been waiting anxiously, trying to figure out whether or not we'd be restructuring it, how we're going to go ahead and balance out that $110 million owed. And today, it's released that he's restructured his contract, and he's done so to the tune of, wait for it, I don't have a drum roll thing. If I did, I'd do the drum roll thing, but I don't. He's restructured his contract to be a New York Jet for a minimum the next 2 years, from $110 million to $75 million. You heard that right. Aaron Rodgers, top 10, potentially top 5 quarterback, just restructured his contract to play for the New York Jets for the next 2 years, from a guaranteed $110 million to $75 million. Is this real life right now? This means that not only did Aaron Rodgers decide he wanted to be a Jet, when he made that decision, he decided he was going to come be a Jet to be a freaking winner. Not just a winner, somebody pursuing Super Bowls. You only do this kind of move when you're at the back end of your career and you're going to give money back to an organization when you want them to put pieces around you to succeed. $35 million is a whole lot of cheddar. It's a whole lot of money, a whole lot of moolah. You could do a lot with that on an NFL team. $35 million. Let me just break it down for you. I know some of you guys probably are going to want the cap information, like how it breaks down in the cap, right? So with this restructure, it's a 2-year, $75 million deal with an average annual salary of $37,500,000. Fully guaranteed. He becomes a free agent in 2025. Now, there's no trade clause, and there's no franchise tag clause. But let's be honest, were we really even anticipating that being a thing? So no worries there. It breaks down like this. So in 2023, he will have a base salary of $1.8 million, $7 million in signing, the total cap hit of $8.8 million for this year, which frees up a lot of money for us to go ahead and make some moves. Now, talking to some of my boys, to include some Dolphins fans that I speak to regularly, there wasn't a real concern of Dalvin Cook being a Jet, but now with this restructure, it's kind of making them think like, damn, you don't really do that unless you're looking to go ahead and make big moves or a big splash play to put pieces around Aaron Rodgers. So when that came from one of the guys I talk to regularly, I was like, damn, if he's saying that, maybe I should start believing more that Dalvin Cook could be a reality. Nevertheless, there's rumors right now about him meeting up with the Jets sometime this weekend. Whether or not they're true, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? We'll find out sooner than later. So for this year, Aaron Rodgers' cap hit is a measly $8 million. Next year, the cap hit jumps to $45 million. And then after that, you've got some void years from 2025 to 2027 of 7 million, 7 million, 21 million. I don't care. I don't care about the year 2025 right now. The salary cap goes up dramatically. At that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about if he's off the team, we might re-sign him for another year. Like, I don't care about that. What I'm saying is the pure fact that 110 million was fully guaranteed. He did not have to take a pay cut. And he took a $35 million, not a 10, not a 15, not a 20, a $35 million pay cut means this man came here to do one thing, and it's to win a ring. And he's willing to do so at the cost of his financial future. I mean, $35 million is nothing to sneeze at. Like, that's a lot of freaking money being left on the table when it was fully guaranteed to you as you're approaching more retirement than you were in your prime. That to me says this is a man who's laser focused on what needs to be done right now to bring a ring to New York. This is the world we're living in right now, Jets fans. The world we're living in right now is where a Hall of Fame quarterback handpicks the team he wants to go to when he chose the Jets. And this all started last season with the phenomenal draft that Joe Douglas had, bringing in Sauce Gardner, bringing in freaking Garrett Wilson, JJ, freaking Breece Hall. You got Michael Clemens, Max Mitchell. Like, that draft really, I think, is what enticed an Aaron Rodgers type of talent to come here, seeing how gifted these guys were. It allowed this freaking, I just had a debate back and forth with one of our fellow Jets fans on Twitter talking about which offseason was better, last offseason or this offseason. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's hard to choose, but when you have to break it down, I got to pick last offseason, because without last offseason, this offseason never happens. You don't get an Aaron Rodgers to choose you to be your quarterback unless you do what we did in the draft last season, the offseason that we had last year. So by default, last season would have to be an all-time great, or the one that beats out this season, but they're both winners. At the end of the day, they're both winners. This is real life right now, $35 million pay cut. So these are just now to do whatever they need to do to go ahead and finalize rounding out this offense. Personally, with the current concerns with Mekhi Becton's knee, I'm starting to feel like bringing in George Fant might not be a bad idea. I do think another piece there at the offensive tackle position goes a long way. Dalvin Cook, I do believe, is now more of a reality than I would have admitted he was before. With that kind of ability to go ahead and stretch, you know what I'm saying, the money, and apparently the rumor is we're only about $1 million apart from what would make Dalvin Cook happy. I see that being more of a reality. Again, I still have a strong gut feeling it's the Dolphins, but I believe there's a chance now with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers today, you know, did a press conference, and he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, how he's wants to make not just the offense better, the defense better. How he went and talked to Tony Adams about the interception. I mean, that's for the recap video at the end of the week. But you see a guy who's so focused in, he understands his role as the quarterback is to lead this team. It's not just leading the offense. He has to also lead the defense. He has to lead the team. He's a leader on this team, and he's taken ownership of that. This is surreal to me. Being a Jets fan since 1996, man, I'm telling you, this is surreal to me. This is new territory. And the season really can't get here fast enough. It just can't. Aaron Rodgers is the New York Jets quarterback. Not only that, but Aaron Rodgers is taking pay cuts to be the New York Jets quarterback. He's pulling a Tom Brady. When Tom Brady was with the Patriots, he took pay cuts to make sure he had talent around him. Aaron Rodgers has now taken the reins and doing the same. And my wife this whole time has been talking about how, like, she wasn't salty about the Packers trading Aaron Rodgers to us. She understood it was time, et cetera, et cetera. She would have rather seen him finish out his career in Green Bay, but she saw the writing on the wall with how the front office and him were going back and forth. So she wasn't salty about it until today. Because seeing him make that huge sacrifice in terms of his financial gain for the betterment of the team isn't something she's seen when he was a Packer. And you're already looking on Twitter, you're already seeing some Packers fans or beat writers, whatever the heck he wants to call himself, already, you know what I'm saying, moping and crying, trying to cope with this reality that Aaron Rodgers took a pay cut to play for the Jets. This is real, Jets fans. this is real. This season is looking more and more like it's going to be a home run, and man, I can't wait for it to get here. So there it is, Aaron Rodgers, $35 million pay cut to be a New York Jet for the next 2 years. What more do you need to say? The man is dialed in. He knows what he wants, and he's chasing it. Go Jets. Oh, before I let you guys go, I wanted to go ahead and give a special shout out. Man, so I don't know how to feel about it because I get to be, you know what I'm saying, honored amongst the royalty of content creators for the New York Jets. But I had to go ahead and give a shout out to Phil. So Phil Adams, aka the New York Jets Jack of UK, made this amazing flag with some of the GOATs in content creation on it. And I was able to be one of the individuals that dons this flag. Like literally somehow, some way I'm on here with some of the GOATs of the game. And it's truly an honor. Truly an honor. I appreciate this so much. I wanted to make sure I had a chance to say this. Thank you so much for this flag, man. Like, I can't even put it into words how grateful I am and how honored I am that you thought of me to go ahead and make this a reality. So Phil, again, I appreciate you. I got to find a way to repay you, brother. This is amazing. But I got the flag. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go ahead and incorporate it into the set. But that's coming soon. But thank you again. Just had to do that, man. Just great news all around, you know what I'm saying, this week, if you're a New York Jets fan, and if you're me, a content creator, getting this kind of an honor. So, again, I leave y'all with this. Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback. $35 million pay cut. My goodness. Go Jets. Let's go.
Chant, they like to say, it goes something like Jets, Jets, Jets.